Welcome to the Ultimate Fancast, where fans are the star of the show. Each week, we explore the epic co-created Battle Bunnies franchise from legendary artists Frank and Krista Linatra and the team at Junkbox Studios. Ultimate fans join BBS, Lord L, and Brian as they dive deep into the extraordinary world of the Battle Bunnies. Plus, we'll be your guides and take you backstage with the creators and actors who are captivating family audiences worldwide. Are you ready to meet this week's Ultimate Fan? It's time to fan up and enjoy the show.
Welcome to another edition of the Ultimate Fancast. This week, we have Ultimate community member for a lot of communities. He brings in a lot of just fun, and he loves the rabbit hole. This week, we have Defi Degen Jack. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
Welcome. It's so good to have you here. I got to say something about the background. Is that a Harry Potter background by chance? It has to be, right?
I believe so. It is. My daughter's birthday is coming up, so we've been my better half. It's been decorating. And this came up, what was it, the other day, and I was like, you know what? Might as well. They'll know what it is. I have not a clue. So let's put it up on the wall. We have trees in a room. We're doing a forest and a 9 3/4 bathroom or something. I don't know. All kinds of stuff. It's all Harry Potter related.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I just so what got to start with the name, because I know you guys talked before I actually got into the to the session. Spoiler alert, everyone, we actually talked to the guests before they come on. So where does the name come from, Jack?
Well, Jack is not my real name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
Little alpha there.
Celebrity name, that's fine.
DeFi, obviously, I started out, I wanted to get into the DeFi app. So, I had said before, ran into Johnny Chimps, Nobodies and everything. So I had to, get into the Discord and everything. So I looked at it as it was a Degen thing. Everybody around me was like, yo, you're just crazy. Like, this crypto thing, it's nothing, whatever, it's that magical money and weird little pictures. So, I was just like, I'm a Degen in my own family. Plus I Degen anyway. I'll jump into anything if it looks like fun. So, it's just like, DeFi Degen Jack, DDJ.
Very cool. Nice.
I don't, this is like the first time I've ever really been on camera, and even like at Richmond, I wasn't trying to get pictures with people. You know what I mean? I like to just be inconspicuous, just float around.
I didn't run into you at Richmond, I guess.
Yes,
then.
you did.
You did? Oh man, I'm terrible at it.
I walked in, you scared the shit out of me because you were right behind the door when I walked in upstairs for the tournament. You were like, hey, and I turned around, I was like, oh, I didn't know there was somebody behind me.
Nice. Yeah.
You were upstairs because when I got there, it was just Frank downstairs and everybody was upstairs doing the TCG tournament. So
yeah, I was on limited sleep because I drove there that morning. Spent the day taking photos into the evening, and then the next morning I came back and did it all over again, and then got back in the car and drove back home. So it was like a crazy couple days. I did not I probably didn't have the same experience that you had at the convention that everybody else did, because I felt like I was there to just capture the experience and capture the tournament, and obviously pick up my TCG set, which was the big benefit of getting that. But yeah, I apologize that I forgot meeting you there. Yeah,
we didn't stay. This year we brought my daughter, which was I didn't know what to quite expect, because the year before it was a little more flamboyant outfits and different stuff. So bringing my daughter, I wasn't sure, because the year before we had the glory hole and all that stuff, and everybody talks about midgets because that's just a thing. But yeah, it was
It's fun. Did you have a good time at the event?
yeah. Got to meet quite a few people there that it was nice to meet. I hadn't met Ronnie before. Jesse, James with Chit and Nature, and Fluffy or Fuzzy, my fault. Getting to meet Fuzzy in the Carcass booth, and Nick Mitchell, got to meet him
Nice.
through the Carcass project there. And I was only there for about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. So we drove about 10 hours round trip to spend roughly 2 hours. It was like go outside, get something to eat, hang out. I had a buddy meet. I didn't think he was going to meet me there, but he actually showed up. So it was kind of crazy to just see somebody that like-minded that I speak to on the daily actually show up down there. It's like that was pretty cool.
That is
So we ended
cool.
up hanging out with that.
Very cool. Yeah, that was it was my first convention like that. I've been to other conventions, but never a tattoo convention. My wife made fun of me when I was like, I need to go to a tattoo convention. She's like, you don't have any tattoos.
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? I was like, it's the Battle Bunnies. Like all my friends, like all of them have art, and I have none. So like I could have taken any of my friends along with me, and they would have, felt more, at home than I did.
Yeah. Well, that's like the first year I told my better half, I'm like, yeah, we're going to go to Richmond and go to this tattoo convention. She's like, why? Like, what are we doing? Because she doesn't have tattoos. I have, just a few, but I'm not good. I ain't going to pay that. I can't afford to pay that much money for the pieces that some of these people are getting. I mean, the whole back piece, the color and just detail of the work that these people are doing is just amazing.
Yeah.
So we ended up going, and it was different, you know what I mean? But it was my first time ever going to a convention of that, tattoo, and a little bit of other arts, but
yeah. I mean, they definitely are expanding. Jesse Smith was talking about, like, he's the guy that runs it, right?
Yeah.
I think he was on a recent Twitter space for the roundtable talking about how like they plan on expanding the the art and the NFT aspect of it to the convention.
I got a guy that I really want to show up there and do some stuff, do some work, because I like the aspect of just bringing all kinds of different artists there. I mean, we stood outside there for a while eating our food and just walking around watching everybody paint. You know what I mean? Paint their pictures and stuff. I think the first year they had like I almost feel like it was a wall or something. It was a little bit different setup, but bringing in a bunch of different people, different styles, and it's just a good mix. I love it. I didn't think I would, but I ended up liking it.
Yeah, it was a great time. I've talked to a couple of these TCG conferences, trying to find some places that I think the Battle Bunnies should show up for the TCG. And I told them that our artists, when talking to these promoters and event producers, like about our project and the tattoos and stuff like that. And they're like, oh yeah, like we're thinking about bringing back tattoos to our TCG convention because it was a big draw. To this TCG con that they do in 3 different locations across the United States. And so yeah, it's like, just I'm not a gamer either, so I don't but I love the art. Like so.
I get interested. I sit there and I watch them play, and to be honest on that, a lot of times I'm sitting there listening to them talk, and then I start looking at the lowest cap coins I can possibly find. Just start reading about those. But I love that the fact that the Battle Bunnies, it's not just your PFP NFT. It's that it's a book. It's, you know what I mean? You got the game, you got the rabbit hole for those who just want to stay in the rabbit hole all day.
Three of us.
But it's got a little bit for everybody. And like I was telling the better half earlier, it's the fact that it's family friendly. You know what I mean? That can be appealing to so many of us in so many ways, that if it wasn't family friendly, you're going to lose some of us, because, you know what I mean? I don't want to walk around with a shirt that says something just vulgar with my kid. I or even bring her around that,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. We went out to a concert with some friends on Thursday night, and because of this ultimate fan cast and seeing what we've been doing there, he's like, tell me about these bunnies. Like, he's like, so I was showing him, like, I got jumped on the Discord while we're at this concert, and I'm flipping through showing some of Frank's art, and he's like, ooh, I want that. And it was from like one of the collab projects. So I've got to talk to Frank or find out if that's something that like he has a print for, because
what do you mean collab projects?
What's that?
What do you mean collab project? Frank has other little things somewhere else. I don't know that.
He does, like, he's done like centers, like he did a baby center with the Bored to Death. He did the DPS collab that has like the Joker. So yeah,
there's a couple others that I can't remember. Yeah, but there's some that aren't minted either. Like they're
just the art, like, or like, maybe they're on the project, but they're just not something that we have inside of our collection and that kind of stuff. But it's he, like, I'm gonna find out about it. I forget which, it was like, I'm gonna butcher the name, but you guys have probably seen him before. There's like a swirl, and he's like got like a big tooth. It starts with like CH something, like, it's not chittens. It's something else, but I'll have to go back and find it. But he was like, oh man, that really jumped off the page to him. And I was showing him like the tattoos and stuff like that. But he kept talking to me about the bunnies, and like, he doesn't know anything about crypto or NFTs, or like, he just loved the art. He loved seeing the art. And he's like, how do I get some of that art?
Yeah. And that is the awesome part about them, is it's not just one thing. It's that, he has no idea about crypto, you know what I mean? So he can, if he likes the art or likes the, kind of like storyline kind of stuff, whatever, he can go to Amazon or, hit them up and get a book. And, there's, hopefully my daughter's reading hers right now.
How old's your daughter, if you don't mind me asking? 9.
She's 9.
Oh, perfect age. Yeah. The Battle Bunnies.
It's the Harry Potters and stuff, and then I guess there for a little while. So I think she was doing like the Babysitters Club reading. She loves to read. She'll lay there in bed and before she goes to bed and read. That's something I did as a kid. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, we my youngest is 14, so he's almost 15. So the kids are no longer in that young, curious age. They're all in high school now, and you're not looking forward to it, probably.
No, man. No.
My oldest is 22. He'll be 23 next month, and he's not a baby anymore. He's got a full-time job. He just graduated from college last May, and he's he's a man. So they're all my babies are moving out of the nest. So
it's like, in a way, I'm excited about that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You're in the right state. Like, just enjoy it, right?
Yeah,
Just
Well,
enjoy
of it.
that stuff, and still curious about things and likes to
like
read. And
my daughter's imagination. It's so much more pure. I wish I could get that back. I mean, I'm sure we all do that just pure, just child and just the imagination on certain things and the way they look at it. I love life that way. It's like, man, the bills and everything else, just yeah.
It's probably how Frank looks at life. I'm just like just the way he draws things. It's like I would just love to just be a fly on the wall when we get that opportunity, right? At least once a week to sit in as he's drawing, but like he has that same, like, not like childlike, but he has that same, like, hey, I'll do that. Like, oh, you want to do this? He's like, okay. There's never like a no or a nah, it's not my style. It's more like, all right, yeah, I'll figure out how to do that.
I gotta see what he was drawing on Monday night.
Would be the same way. Like, oh yeah, okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, I have to see what he was drawing on Friday and Saturday because like they brought it up on that Twitter space on Saturday night about something he was drawing. I was like, oh man, it's like he was doing some water or something like that, and it sounds really cool.
Water in the background.
Yeah, I missed a couple of the drinking draws. We're just so busy right now with volleyball tournaments, and we just got done with that today. We had volleyball tournaments all weekend, and my stepdaughter, her team won, so that was great. We had a great time doing that, but it takes up a lot of time, so not able to jump on the drinking draws. What's that?
We're doing dance.
Dancing. Nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Dance practices and don't be late. And, it's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. So what was your introduction into like it sounds like you're in a lot of different projects. Like, how did you get introduced to the Battle Bunnies? Was there anybody that kind of brought you in specifically, or like, what's the story there?
I guess specifically who, I guess you could say, brought me in would, I guess it was, I don't know if it was the round table back in the day. There was a point where Jesse and everybody, they were all coming together and just talking, and I was coming over with our dog from Art of Nick Taylor.
Nice.
But I would say that's how I came over to Battle Bunnies. And I came over, and then there was just so much going on that it was just like, it was intimidating. You know what I mean? It's like, these people are in here, that they've been in here for a while. They got their thing going on. You missed the early mint. I'm not an Ethereum fan. Just not. So that I struggled with the aspect of Ethereum. I'm like, now I gotta.
I started with Crow too.
Say what?
I started with Crow too.
Yeah, I was Crow, and you get the transaction fees or pennies, whatever, and
if
that is whatever Kronos is, but yeah, but it was there was so much going on, and like, as far as reading, like, at first I thought they were just doing a book, you know what I mean? And I'm like, well, I don't really read. Like, if I get into this project and I get a book, and then I kept on coming around just because we were in spaces and listening and this, that, and the other, and ended up just falling in love with it just because of how the Battle Bunnies carries themselves, what they, how they're constantly moving, evolving. I mean, like Cyther, the water flows, they're constant. It's never dull. Like, I tweeted a thing the other day, or X'd a thing the other day, of like this Battle Bunny schedule. I look at the Battle Bunny schedule more than I look at my own work schedule. You know what I mean? Like, I know where I'm going tomorrow. You know what I mean? Work-wise, this, that, and the other. But I'm more worried about getting home and worried about what Battle Bunnies I'm doing, business partner. He thinks I'm just flat out crazy, but whatever.
Yeah, they do a lot. They have a full week of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, today, my mom, Sundays are days that my mom comes and spends time with my daughter most weeks and everything. And she was over. I got distracted and, lost track of time. And I'm like, oh, shoot, could have been playing poker in the tavern. What do you do? There's always something to do.
Yeah. And I love that about the community is that there's like these, like you mentioned, the tavern and DPS, like that's through DPS, like, and Cornelius Skull Thumper. What's his initial something?
Yeah, I can't repeat that.
Cornelius something K Skull Thumper.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what Aaron has done with DPS, I mean, that gives like the people that are interested in playing poker something to do as well, and and
that's it seems like everybody's enjoying that. It seems like every time I get on it seems like there's more people, you know what I mean? And it's not just Battle Bunnies. And then that was the other thing, that since I started playing a little bit of poker here lately, I noticed that some of the people who are playing in the poker tournaments, they're not Battle Bunnies people, but now they're coming over to the Battle Bunnies server. You know what I mean? I see them come in and I'm like, okay, yeah, played a hand against them the other night, whatever. That's awesome, because now two communities are growing, and that person can now, talk about DPS and Battle Bunnies and grow. That's best organic way to grow.
Yeah.
Just bringing people in.
Now I've noticed that you play a lot of the rabbit hole. Like I used to think that I played a lot of the rabbit hole, but every time I go to the rabbit hole, you're in the rabbit hole. So
yeah, well,
same.
How do you feed
there,
that
you're
addiction?
there.
I wanted to know what was at the end of the hole, and
there you
go. Now it's just gold carrots.
It's just golden carrots.
It is
golden
just
carrots.
golden
I'm
carrots.
stacking them up. I'm not buying a hearth tree. I'm just going to stack them up, see what happens.
Yeah, I think
any
it caps
wins?
out on
Any
us
wins
too.
you want to say? Like, did you get an ornament, or I think you got a? Did you get a book?
No, I didn't get a book. I got the DPS, Founders Pass.
Oh, nice. That's
nice. Last week.
That's a small prize. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. That's a great prize. Are you kidding me?
A nice win inside the rabbit hole.
Well, but see, I stopped playing. I stopped gambling way back when. So, I mean, for me, it was like, that's cool. Everybody's in there. They're having fun. You know what I mean? And it's like, why start another hole? You know what I mean? Like, start so many holes. I'm just, I don't know what hole to jump into any given day anymore. It's kind of how it feels, you know what I mean? But
right.
Yeah, that one, that was like, all right, well, let's get in there and have fun. I've enjoyed it, you know what I mean? I'm a little older now, so I'm a little bit more responsible than I was when I was younger with that aspect of gambling and whatnot. But yeah, it's fun. I've enjoyed that.
Well, there's only 54 founders.
Okay.
54 founding spots, right? So like you've won one of the 54 spots. And so when they started the club, it was if you bought the NFT for X amount of money, you would get a founder's pass. Like the first 54 people that bought or were part of the team got that. So I'm also a founder. And it's just like what Aaron's been able to do with Dead Poker Society, coming from a collector. Like we had him on the show previously, and it's just like it's amazing that it's not a secret to me. I say that a lot, but it's not a secret to me that he's done so well because he's such like a collector. Like the three of us, we're collectors. Like we get in there, we're like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna get some of that. Like that's Aaron. Like Aaron, and he only wants to give you, like what he would want. And so like it's great that he's like these little touches that he does. Like he's feeding into all of us that just love that, like
But
not in a
it's so
bad way.
fast too with everything that
Mhm.
he's got going on. I hear people talking and you looking at Discord and it's like that thing's moving a mile a minute too, man, with just things going on and this, that, and the
Mhm.
other. And yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad that they are doing as well as they are and continuing to, build and add things for the community. I mean, I think it's all awesome.
Yeah, it's very awesome. What would you recommend to somebody that's new, like that doesn't know anything about the Battle Bunnies? Like if you were giving some advice to a family member or friend, that wanted to get involved, what advice would you give them to get started?
Just just join some spaces. Just jump in the Discord and I think just about any given hour you could ask a question in Battle Bunnies and somebody's gonna have an answer or a direction. Obviously if Kristen and Frank are up or you know, so many people at this point are up and online. They'll answer so you can get anything. But that's the thing where like if you're into books, you don't need to buy the NFT. You can buy the book and you can read the story to your kid. You you can sit there if you're into the deck game. You can do the card games. You don't have to do the crypto aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would say just get into Discord and just find what you like and go from there, and then it'll all fall in line eventually.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they got going on 5 and 10 years from now. I look past the next few months half the time. I want to see bigger things. I want to see
What do you
like
hope? Yeah. What are you
I want
hoping
to
for?
see like an amusement park like I think it's Carnobles. It's a place in PA. AJ and Rather Lost would know about it, but it's a small family-run amusement park, and I found out about it last year. Went to a wedding reception there, and it was just cool. And now, with the Battle Bunnies, it's like they could so easily do something like that, where they could just bring people in and it just give people an area to come together and hang out and do different things.
What would be your ride? Like what would be your thing in the amusement park that like you would definitely have to do, like a number one, like got to get in line for that?
To do some simple stuff on just a flume ride, just old school flume ride. I can't do Gravitron. If you put me on the Gravitron, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
The way you just spin around. I think we were down in Florida and we are doing these things and we're just going around. I told better half, I was like, "It's the last ride for me. I'm done. I can't handle going in circles but yeah,
There's always the food too, right? Like you could have like a Battle Bunnies burger, or I could see them having like all this like themed everything. Like,
arugula salads and stuff.
oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah, healthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that carrot mead wine or carrot mead like
Oh,
juice or something like that, like from the
Could
book.
definitely do that kind of stuff though.
Yeah, yeah, they could definitely have some fun with that stuff. But yeah, no, I've the amusement park definitely sounds like something to be really cool down the line. Anything else like in the in your mystical vision board? Like, what would you like to see outside the amusement park? Anything else?
As far as Battle Bunnies related,
Sure. Yeah. Or,
yeah,
other
I would
things
like I would
related
like
to
to
the
see like
space.
a little. I would call them maybe rabbit holes in like every state. Like every state could have like a rabbit hole where everybody could go there and we could all just like hook up in like a VR setting kind of thing. Or because like I envision, like when we were kids, you go to the arcade game and you got all your games and stuff like that. That's where I see a lot of this crypto stuff and our technology really going somewhere is in gaming and stuff. So for me, I think it would be cool you get like to a point where you can set up a spot where people can go and do like you could go to like Patagonia and just go searching, but you're all together, like, whatever. It's just I don't know, the VR aspect. I'm not into that by no means, but I think it's something that the younger kids would end up be more into than us. I mean, I think there's a place not too far from me where they have like I've never actually gone in there, but it's like a video game place and they do karaoke, whatnot, and stuff. But I just feel like it should come back in some way where we can all get into like a room and interact somehow VR wise, one way or
Very
another.
cool. Yeah, Chitin talked about that when he was on. Or am I saying, is it Chitin or Kitten? Is it Kitten Nature?
I think it's
Chitin Nature.
Yes, Jesse
yeah,
from Chitin Nature.
Sorry,
it's Chitin.
Jesse. Yeah, sorry, Jesse. Yeah,
No,
it's
I get it
Chitin.
Love you,
mixed up too.
Jesse.
It's like
I got you back.
different. Depends on how you pronounce it. I guess.
Gotta correct. Yeah, but yeah, with the kit
Like a kite. Chitin Nature.
Yeah, Chitin
Yeah.
Nature. He talked about that. Those what do you call it? Like experiential environments or he called them interactive environments is what he called it, which I thought was really cool. Like he's really looking forward to like the future with interactive environments that, like you said, has that ability to, to come together as a community, do things, electronically, without leaving.
We had that experiment with the whole COVID thing where, everybody was doing remote, this, that, and the other. Like, we actually started traveling because it made traveling cheaper. I mean, you could fly practically anywhere for really cheap. It was nice. But a lot of people were working remote. I mean, and that was just a beautiful thing. And now with the VRs and certain things, they're going to get to a point where you can have interactions, you know what I mean, of certain ways. Like I think of like our dog with like what he was doing, like paintball. Like I'm colorblind. So when I did paintball, it wasn't very fun for even the people on my team because I was shooting them too. I didn't know who to shoot.
That's funny, but it's
tell.
not, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, here he comes. He's the best person on the team, but he's wiping us all out.
Yeah, I mean, like I was running up on people, like I was asking them, "Are you on my team?" As I'm plucking them off, you know what I mean? But like something like that where you can get into a VR setting where you're in like a circle, some kind of contraption where you can sit there and it'll actually flip you upside down if you go to do a flip or something, and you can actually almost feel like you were actually out there on the field with somebody like that running around trying to slide behind a blown up Dorito. You know what I mean? That's eventually where I think it'll end up. I hope anyway. Seems it'd be better than the cartoons we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
So you brought up a good point. You brought up something that's really interesting. Are you like fully colorblind or just like a little bit?
Say what now?
You said that you were colorblind. Are you fully colorblind or just like a little bit, like a stigma?
Everything is black and white. No,
like a cat.
No, it's like I think it's like red and green are really bad for me. Yellow and orange. It's shades. I almost feel like sometimes like I don't know my colors. Like used to play disc golf back in the day, and I had bought a red disc and I threw it in an open green field. I walked right by my disc and they're like, "Dude, you gonna pick your disc up?" I'm like, "No." Like, where's it at? You know what I mean? Like I was literally walking around a red circle in an open field, and they're like, "Dude, it's right there." And I don't know. So I started using white. And then, as you play and you you throw into a woods that's got leaves everywhere. You're looking for a perfect white circle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Instead of a yellow, or it changes. There's been some change, just adapting. When they changed the red lights and they turned them sideways up in PA, that freaked me out. Like, oh boy, what light is what here? But it's different.
I bring it up because I'm wondering, like, if knowing this now, if Frank could like develop a piece of art that would fit into that. So like not so much reds, or like just make it so that you can see the whole thing instead of like you missing out on some parts of it.
My better half had bought me glasses because we go somewhere, she's like, what is that? You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Bet."
Yeah.
She's like, no, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Right.
But she bought me glasses one time that's supposed to help with that, and it turned everything pink. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not. It's like that's not right.
Yeah.
I turned my whole house. Everything was pink. And it's like, yeah, that's not right.
This guy with the
Yeah, like that.
I didn't mean to say
But
that you were missing out, just that you
no,
could
yeah,
experience it, like everybody else can see the same thing. So
yeah, no. Well, that runs in males. Like my mom, she when I was a kid, she was trying to become a cop, right? She
yeah.
passed all the tests, the physical tests and everything, and she got up to the test where they took the colorblind test. She failed horribly, and they were like, usually that's males. So they sent me and gave me a Chinese checkerboard and ended up with 2 piles of marbles. Like 2 hours later, I'm like, I know they go somewhere else, but I don't know where. It's like, I don't know.
Next game,
like
please.
moving them around, and I'm like, that's still yellow, I guess. Yellow. I know there's supposed to only be 10, but I see 20 yellow.
Crazy.
I took audio
Characters,
body in
like,
high school, so that was
do you have any
interesting.
favorite characters? Like, so I know that you have the Series 2 dragons, which are awesome. Do you have a favorite?
Well, my dragons haven't hatched yet, so I can't say whether I do or don't. Because my eggs are still eggs. I kind of was hoping I'd have a dragon by now, but right now I just have a favorite egg, and
It's
it'd be the
probably
first
going to be
egg that I
mythic
bought.
though. Like that's a
And
good
that
thing,
my
right?
my first one, my favorite out of everything is my Series 1 Battle Bunny, and that one I did not even pay for. I got that in, it was a Twitter contest or what it was. I think it was a Twitter contest that I won that, and that one I'll never sell that. I'll never get rid of that one. You know what I mean? That one is my favorite. It could be the most common one of them all. It doesn't really matter to me because it was my first.
Nice.
And I'm not here to sit there and be one of those people that you buy and then you start flipping and just collecting. And
you have a wallet
like I
full of
told my daughter, if she has kids and grandkids, they'll be in a digital wallet for her one day.
Nice.
They will for me because I can't sell them.
Well, I can't
sell.
I have the thing, like the things that I could sell, I don't want to sell. The things that I want to sell, I can't sell because no one would buy them.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried to buy something off of you, Phil, or BBS.
Either way, it's fine.
Peakview came in and was willing to pay the high gas prices, I guess. Because
you did get the legendary though, and there was it was during the holidays, and I'm like, oh, there was four things that I bought before the holidays, and I was like, I can live without those, although it tore my heart out. But knowing that you picked it up, Ryan, I feel a lot better about that. So it was a legendary Series 1 Battle Bunny, big deal.
And I had 0 of those before that, so I was like, yes.
I had been eyeing up the piece that Tanzi I believe it's Tazi. Picked up the
yeah.
other day the Spartan.
The Spartan.
I had been eyeing that thing up, and I was just waiting for a few things to fall in line, and was like, I could scoop it now. I was like, no, I'm just gonna sit back a little bit. Then that one morning, I was just like, damn,
Just
like
be
you
patient.
waited
Yeah.
too long, man. Just waited too long.
Yeah. Be
There'll be
patient.
another one, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
know,
there.
I know.
It'll be the
Yeah,
right time.
but that's not going to be. But see, I don't feel it's going to be easy to get either. Though
No.
it's like with Carcade. You scoop, you slide around, and you can find people who bought NFTs, whatever, and they're not really into it anymore. They got lost in that whole crypto winter. They just bailed, whatever. And yeah, some people will get rid of it, but the true collectors and the true followers, they're not going to get rid of it that easily. Like they're dwindling. So don't want them to, but that's just how it goes. You only got so many of them.
What are your thoughts on Frank and Krista? Like you're in so many. You're in Bored to Death Club, Art of Nick Taylor, Heroes, Carcaeus, Kite in Nature, Smots. I think we were all jumped into Smots for a couple of minutes. I don't know if you're in there a lot. And then Buddy's World. They changed that from
it's from Nobodies to Buddy's
Nobody's
World.
to Buddy's World, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on Frank and Krista, like their approach to this, like and not like we don't have to throw anybody under the bus, like, hey, this founder doesn't do whatever, but like what do you like about them as a team?
Well, for one, the fact that they're a couple. I mean, they're married, so that makes it that much better. They work together. Obviously, they work together well, and have been successful in different things they've done. So I definitely like that as far as the teamwork. And when you like with other creators, whatever leads and everything, everybody has a different spot and a different time in their life. You know what I mean? Some like Johnny. Johnny's working a full-time job, just had a kid. Just so much going on.
He really
Our
grinds,
dog,
yeah.
he's out there on roofs, and I won't even bid a job with a roof on. I ain't got no time. I don't want to be on a roof, man.
I don't want to be on a roof.
But I mean,
either.
he's got stuff going on. You got dogs, and you got the kids, and like Brian was saying, you got your volleyball and dance, all these things. So I try not to compare anybody to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I don't really feel that it's fair. But with Frank and Krista, to me, it's just like there's it's your friends, your buddies' parents that they didn't judge you, and they're just good people that you could hang out with. I mean, can't say anything bad about them that I can. You know what I mean? Not them. Just everything about them is just chill. I mean, when I met Frank, I didn't even want to go upstairs. You know what I mean? I could have stayed down there and sat down there and BS with Frank at the booth and never even went upstairs, because I'm not really into the card game stuff, but being able to sit back and chill with somebody like that, you know what I mean? He just good people.
Yeah.
I like that. It's just the art, you gotta love that. And Krista, with everything she does in the Discord, I mean, it's forever evolving, and how she keeps up with all that is beyond me. You know what I mean? It's give them credit to that. They're definitely the most active by far, and that'll pay off because I think we're all attracted to them in a way. Also, you know what I mean? As far as just hanging out and being in a space. I mean, I'll get in a space and just hang out. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with something I'm into as far as the TCG. I enjoy it, this, that, and the other, but I don't have a tabletop, you know what I mean, to sit there and play with them. But I'm going to sit there and hang out and chill if I got time to, you know what I mean? I enjoy that. not everybody's that open either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. They're just awesome. They're, like
That's why we're doing
Crystal,
it.
they say your vibe attracts your vibe attracts your tribe. Like, you know, they're attracting people like us who just love the vibe that, you know, that they have.
Yeah. I love the community aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that, you know, most active and social with everybody in the Discord, but I enjoy seeing people coming around all the time, and then you see somebody else who comes around, and then you don't see them for a few days, and then you start seeing them more often. And I think that's like kind of how we all started, but I enjoy that because people are there, they're trying to help each other. It's not cutthroat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of projects I've seen that it's just cutthroat, you know. There to make money and out the door you go.
Yeah.
That's not the battle.
Well, you mentioned DPS. You are a founder now, so I have a couple of passes for. I have a January and a February. So if you don't have those passes, I can send them to you. I don't know if you've like bought a pass or.
I think
Fall Bash.
What was it? I have November, December, and January. I think
I have February, so I can send that to you. Yeah, I have I have way more than I need. So
BBS has extras, is what he's saying. He's got lots of Winter Bash.
So. Yeah,
I found out about that kind of early. The whole DPS thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the rabbit hole the one night, and Glock was in there doing some stuff, and I don't know what happened, but I was hopping. I just kept on hopping. Then it said I won some stuff, so I opened up a ticket, and they were like, "No." I don't know what I did. I was just I felt I realized something was off, but I figured if I didn't take advantage of it and just keep on hopping, somebody else would get it. So, you know, but it ended up fine. They were getting everything ready, and here I jumped in, and it's like, oh, awesome! I started winning everything. That's nice. I was like, oh, what are these? These are new chests. These are awesome. It was like, I want to say it was like close to 1 o'clock in the morning or something when I was doing it. It was a weird time.
Yeah, there's new stuff coming too, so you got to keep your eyes open for that. Can't say too much more than that, but oh my goodness.
well, Glock was at last night. I went to get into the rabbit hole, and it was in maintenance, and it was shut down. So I was coming back like every 10, 15 minutes, and it was still shut down. I got up this morning, was like, he still got it down. I was like, man. Yeah. It's like, you don't want me in there hopping, messing something up.
Or watching, he wants you to do something else.
Because he'll test.
He'll test in there too.
Well, we've had you for over an hour and a half. It's been great catching up with you. We definitely want to bring you back again, but we need to be respectful of your time.
I ain't worried about it, man. I got till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow! Well, we have another guest that's on the back end of this, unfortunately. So we have to jump to them here shortly.
We could chill with you for hours, though. I mean, you're really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Really appreciate.
Yeah, see, I would enjoy more like the in person, like BBS. Hopefully, you get to make it this year, and I might not stay in the hotel, but I'm definitely gonna stay in Richmond that weekend because I just enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's just Hopefully, I'll get to do some TCG tournament stuff next year.
Yeah.
Well, this year.
I got to learn the game. I don't know how to play the game, so I need Creature or somebody.
It is so much fun once you get going because I love just playing pirates. It's like Jack Beard and I don't know. There's a lot of
We never asked.
strategy, and every game's different. And I've like people that I'm friends with. There's one person that is an avid, like, loves the game, right? Not the Battle Bunnies. He's like, he's playing Lorcana and a couple other games, and I said, well, let me tell you about this when you have time. It's 3 rounds, and as you use a card, it's gone. Like, so the second round, you don't have those cards anymore, and you start off with 60. So, or 50 or 60. So you start off with a set amount of cards, and then you lose them unless you can find a way to get them back in the game. So it's not like you're starting over again. But anyway, so more on that later. But I think you'll find it as you start to look at it. It's like an onion. It's just like things like start picking off, and you're like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, just the strategy of losing your cards and when to use your cards, and then I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm sure somewhere in there you can lose your cards that you're planning on using. Like, I was playing daughter with Mario Kart earlier, and I had something where you click it and it kills everybody around you, kind of thing, or shakes them up and everything. And I had it, and I was getting close to somebody, and somebody hit me with lightning, and I lost my my little thing that I could have just hit and gotten rid of a person, but instead I was waiting to try and get to my daughter to use it. Somebody used it on me, and I'm like, perfect time. You don't know when the right time to use it is sometimes, you know what I mean? You have a perfect timing, but you don't know what somebody else's intentions are, and they might just completely blow your whole thing out of the water, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can
like
see
Mario Kart,
that being pretty
it's
cool.
the same thing. Like, you start off with like different variables that are happening to you, or different cards, and I don't know. Yeah, I've also had that same thing where I'm just trying to get to my son. He's in the lead, and then I get hit with a lightning. I lose all my coins, my wear it all, my marbles. Literally, I'm just like raging because now I'm now in 5th place, and I don't have the lead controller. He has the lead controller, so I have to watch like how it all happened, like in a 3-minute video, and I'm like, they really made a 3-minute video of this. Like, you see me go, and then
and my
he wins,
daughter
and then he's like, "This is
rubs
the best
it
part.
in.
Twirl around here."
My daughter will straight up rub it in on me, man. And I don't let her just win. I tell her, if you win, you either got lucky or you beat me. I ain't letting you win.
That's good. Yeah, don't
Not
let our
everybody
kids
gets a
win.
trophy over here.
Yeah.
You're gonna beat me. It's fair and square. My grandmother used to beat me at Mario Brothers. I'm not gonna bow down now.
Got to carry on that tradition. They get to be so good though that you just can't beat them. So you're just like, I don't know. All you have is trash talk at that point, and right. So, but then because I trash talk now, I got to watch the video. But anyway, so I like to pick the egg cart. I'll pick the egg cart and try to beat them with that because I want to just humiliate them with this game. But I always lose. It's a little egg that the little character sits in. It's not like a fancy card anyway. It's not like a bike or like a foray. Nothing. It's just like this egg, and it's just when I'm in the lead, it just makes everybody in the room mad. Right? So I just love that.
The little egg is leaving you.
Yeah, a little egg.
Right.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. These conversations, they just like you look at the clock and you're like, how did that last hour and a half go by so quickly? And you just, it happens. You get good people just chatting, talking. Obviously not all of that was recorded time. They won't make the episode, but right. Still, it's just cool.
I love seeing them face to face. Like each community member that comes on, it's just great to see them face to face, and then I get excited. Like, oh, like in a couple of weeks, everybody else is going to see them face to face, and get to hear their story. And he's in so many communities, and so like seeing him in the Battle Bunnies community, knowing that he has so many other options to be, like it just further cements in my mind, that we're in the right place. That we have good people, like DeFi in there with us.
Yeah, I see DeFi in the rabbit hole like all the time. Like we must be on the same schedule, because I constantly, like, when I go to jump in the rabbit hole sometimes and I just want to hop, I see him in there. I was like, I'll just let him keep hopping, because but yeah,
I go hop, hi.
Hop, hi. Yeah. But now that I've met him through the show, I'll be able to actually, have a conversation through percent hop, and then say some things. So it's so cool. But yeah, can't wait to have him back on. This was another great Ultimate Fancast with another great Ultimate fan from the community. So if you're interested in joining us here on the Ultimate Fancast, make sure you reach out to us. Let us know that you're interested. BBS is always building his list of people that he's trying to get scheduled and bring on. We unfortunately did not have Luke be able to join us for this awesome session, but he was out of cell reception, I guess. The man is, I guess either rugging or out of reception. So this might be better that he was just completely out of reception, couldn't make it.
Love you, Luke.
Rugging a lot. Yeah, he's a rug salesman, according to BBS. Or rug dealer. What do you call him? Yeah.
I call that you bringing me into something that I didn't ask you to bring me to.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, I'll just cut that out. We won't talk about calling.
No, that's all right. You can leave it in.
Lord L, the rug dealer.
The rug salesman, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, but this was great. We appreciate DeFi coming on and joining us, and we look forward to bringing another episode to you next week. So come back and join us. Thank you for joining us today, Ultimate Fan. BBS, Lord L, and Brian, that's me, do hope you enjoyed today's program as much as we did, where Ultimate fans like you are the stars of the show. We'd be honored to have you join us on a future episode where you can share your story and love of the Battle Bunnies with this encouraging community. It would be the greatest compliment if you shared something you love about the Battle Bunnies on your favorite social platform today, like X, Facebook, or Instagram, and tagged us. Or simply use hashtag UltimateFancast so we can recognize and celebrate with you and other super fans by sharing your post. Bonus points if you do both and use an image of one of your favorite Battle Bunnies or a screenshot of this episode. We know you share, like, and comment because you care about our fellow Ultimate fans as much as we do. Please leave comments too to let us know how we can make this the greatest fan experience for the Battle Bunnies community. This podcast is sponsored by Hairstream Media, your bunnies all the time streaming service. Okay, not really. It is just us fans like you giving some of our time to support other fans like you. Join us over in the Battle Bunnies community and Discord to continue the fun. We hope you tune in with us each week. So make it easy. Subscribe now. We'll be here to keep you hopping when you need us.